How I figured out land was the key to wealth. I'm going to retitle this video How I Figured Out Land Was the Key to Wealth. Land was the key to wealth. Um like I always say in my videos, I was sitting under a tree, in my old pickup truck, basically houseless, homeless, however you want to call it. And I said, God, the only thing people really need is food and shelter. Most people, there's a lot of people they could just survive off of drugs and sleeping in the streets and wherever they could rest their head. But the average individual, most people, which most people are out here just trying, even if they're on some type of drugs, most people are out here trying and they got to get up every day, every day, have something to eat and have a roof over their head. You know what I'm saying? Keep dry, keep warm, all that type of good stuff, right? I mean, when I was growing up, we didn't have air conditioning, for the most part, like my early parts of my years up to maybe like six, seven, eight, you know what I'm saying? Even parts of my later life, we didn't have air conditioning, right? Even as an adult, there are parts times I didn't have heat or air, right? So, but the main thing is God, thank goodness I got a roof over my head, and food in my stomach. So I'm like, if I just had some land, I could rest in my vehicle because I'm already resting my vehicle. And not only that, I could set up a nice ass tents because I'm looking at some tents out here. Boy, they got some tents out here. Looks like Taj Mahal. I'm so serious. Like they got some tents out here, man. I make you not even want a house. Cause it's like, well, I could just pack up my tent and move on, whenever I want, right? And I said and I could grow my own food. Like every month, every month there is a fruit or vegetable. There are many fruits and vegetables that grow every month in every region. In virtually every region, you can grow some type of fruit or vegetable. And animals, is year round. You could slaughter an animal year round. There are people that's all they eat is animals. That's all they eat is whatever their chickens and cows and goats produce. They have a high um animal diet. You know what I'm saying? So depending on your diet, you could virtually just live off your land. But anyhow, so and some people, most people have like mostly meat diet and maybe 70% meat diet, 20, 30%, 25% fruits and vegetable diet. And processed food is of it all is like a good 50%, 50% processed meat, 50% processed fruits and vegetables. But anyhow, the idea is, I'm like, God, if I don't have anything, you know what I'm saying? I need to have some land. I need to have some land. By the way, anybody want to come on a live with me could come on. I got the thing set up for that. I just send you the link. Text my phone and I'll send you the link. So anyhow, I'm just like, even if I become a millionaire or a billionaire, I have to have some land. Me becoming a millionaire or billionaire, that just gives me the money to build the house of my dreams. And I say, even if I ever become so desolate, so poor, where I'm just asked out, you know what I'm saying? Or if the shit just hits the fan, I just need some land. Like I was just like thinking like, God, what if like, you know, I'm a single dad, like my offspring's mom's passed away. It's just me and my offsprings. I gotta go beg somebody to live in their place, pay rent. Um, what if that was supposed to happen? And I was like terrified of that. I was so terrified of that. I'm like, wow, that's some deep shit. Cause I mean, I had just came out of the situation of having to move. I was basically evicted from my place and I had to move. And I had to tell my baby mom, hey, I can't get my son no more and bring him to my place because I'm losing my place. So he's gonna, be with you, and I'll just come visit him, at your house, pick him up at your house and take him out and whatever, and then bring him back to your house. And I'm like, man, all of this is just some bullshit, man. All I need is some land. I don't care about no house, no apartment. And then it got to a point I didn't even care if I had like a RV or a travel trailer or anything. I just like needed some land because I'm going to the park and I'm like, God, like even if I'm at the park, I'm on somebody's land. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out. I'm like, I could make my own park if that makes sense. I could have some dang swings out here and make set up a basketball hoop. Buy one of them cheap basketball hoops with put the water and sand in it, or people give them to you free. I'm like, I can make my own basketball park and everything. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I just need some land. So it became trying to find the closest piece of land that I could afford to my city. You know what I'm saying? Which um again, I always tell a story. The closest piece of land I found was in Clewiston, Florida, which was like 3-4 hours away from my city at the time, which was Broward County, Florida. My county. I say county because I was all over the county, from the south side to the north side of it. So I would say my county. I was from Hollywood, Florida, to Coral Spring, Florida. So I just say county. So, the county I was in, Broward County, Florida, was about 4 hours, 3, 4 hours, depending on which way you drive, to Clewiston, Florida. And I'm like, man, that's not so bad. That is really not so bad because if I have to go be on my land, you know, um, 3, 4 days a week. God, I hate speaking this last language sometimes. Now that I know what it means, but anyhow, those of you that know, I try not to say day anymore. I say yay, like yay, hooray. So I'm like, okay, driving 3, 4 hours, no big deal. My main objective though was to have income. You know what I'm saying? Have some type of income until I could get some type of income off my land. You know what I'm saying? Start making some type of income off my land. So anyhow, I purchased my land that I found from a lady named Maria. I put $350 down. I was immediately able to go stay on my land 2 days a week or 2 days a week, um, and camp out on it, right? Especially on a weekend. So it's like really I technically like four, like I like nobody's coming out there on a weekend, so I could just go there like Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday would be like free days, you know what I'm saying? So really like half the week, like I could just be on my land, and I was cool with that. I was cool with that, you know, because I knew I was building something, so I didn't have an issue, and I was only 3, 4 hours away from my offsprings, and I was like, man, this is perfect because I'm further north, so it's perfect. So I'm like, knowing my baby mom, if she moves, she's not gonna go south, she's gonna go north. She's gonna go north, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in perfect position, you know what I'm saying? Because she was always talking about like moving to Orlando, which would be like 30, 45 minutes away from Clewiston, Florida, and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm just like feel completely led by the spirit, completely led by the spirit. I'm like, this is it. So anyhow, long story short, that's how I knew land was the key. Because the final thing what happened is, like I always say, I purchased the land for like 9,000. I put like three 350 down, and I was honestly paying like 450 a month. I was paying like, because I was supposed to be paying 350 a month, but I ended up paying 450 a month because really she wanted like God, I forgot what it was, honestly. I want to say she wanted like seven or 900, something like that, or $1,200 down, but I only had $350. So we agreed that I would just pay extra every month until a down payment was paid up. So anyhow, like about 6 months later, man, somebody offered to purchase my land for 16,000, and I ended up walking away with like 4,500 because I paid the closing costs and stuff. And at the end of the day, and that's when I knew, land was the key. Land was the key. Like even if you do wholesale and real estate, um you probably mostly want to focus on land because a lot of and you see a lot of people making money off of land these days because a lot of landowners, they'll sell you the land cheap. They got to pay taxes every year. They ain't doing nothing with it. Properties that's like just have structures on them that's just totally not livable. All you're gonna be able to pay is the land value. You know what I'm saying? All you should pay is the land value. So it's the same like any business. I basically did my first wholesale deal, not even realizing, that I did my first wholesale deal. Um, so um, that's when I realized land was the key. Land was the key. And that's my mentality to this yay, is that land is the key. Like I just don't care. Like I don't care what anybody say. I don't care what friends, family, anybody say. At the end of the day, at the end of the yay, I have somewhere for my offsprings to live forever. I have somewhere for my offsprings and their offsprings and their offsprings to live forever. Right? Like none of my offsprings could ever be homeless. You know what I'm saying? If they keep the land, keep it in the family, never do any foolishness with it, like they're good forever. Like I have enough land for hundreds of generations. I have enough land for, you know, thousands of my offsprings. Like I have three offsprings. If each of them have one, if they have one each, that means I have six offsprings altogether. And if my grandbabies have one each, that means I have nine offsprings altogether. I'm just doing a minimum. I'm just doing a minimum. You know what I'm saying? So for me to eventually get to like 1,000 offsprings, oh God, it'll probably be like 100 generations from now, right? But nevertheless, my next three, four, five, six, 10 generations, like they never 100 generations, they never have to worry about, being homeless. Essentially, never have to worry about being homeless. You know, um, if they're smart, they stay smart. They don't fight over the land and stuff like that. Um, so anyhow, the main thing you guys need to think about is food and shelter. People need to eat. This is why food businesses make so much money. This is why McDonald's makes so much money. Okay? It's garbage food, but people need to satisfy that hunger. Grocery stores make money. Any business have to do with food make money. I remember I was working in a restaurant and this lady came into TGI Fridays and she told me this is my last $5 and I just wanted to come have a decent meal. That's what she told me. She was like, "This is my last $5. This is my son." And it was like I think she had like a gift certificate or something like that, or a gift card plus $5 cash. And by her having that gift certificate or gift card to TGI Fridays, she came there to eat, plus with her $5. And she's like, I just wanted to, my heart went out to her and I felt her because, I've been in her position before, and I was just like, wow. And anyhow, long story short, um, and I ended up being in her position after that too, after you know, serving her in the restaurant. But anyhow, when I think about stuff like that and just life, man, I'm like, God, like if people just realize like all you need is a piece of land, man. Like, if you really if times ever got that hard for me, if times ever got that hard for you, you lost your job, you lost your income, you lost your car, your house, your family, you got to start over, you get evicted from your apartment. I mean, it's just so simple to me that hey, you just take your last and go out on your land. But the whole time, you're working, you should be setting up your land. You should be growing some trees on your land. You should be out there as often as you can and just setting things up. That's what I'm doing on my properties. I go out to each of them as often as I can and just set things up, so I'm always in position for, if I just lost, basically if this, because I couldn't, the only way I could, me personally, I could ever lose anything is just if I lost my physical ability and my mind, not even my physical ability, but if I lost my mind, because at the end of the day, I still know how to make money with my mind. You know what I'm saying? I can come right here on YouTube, tell somebody press my buttons, and I could just broadcast right on YouTube and make money. I know how to do stuff just with my mind. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, you know what I'm saying? I just think of the worst, like God, like what if I just had to use my mind to make an income, or what if, just the shit completely hit the fan? I'm good. My offsprings are good. I don't care that my woman, my baby mom, or anybody like, oh, you need to be in a big house and all this type of stuff. That's not a man's job to me, is to give a woman what she wants. I think a man's job, and this is a whole nother video. I think a man. Let me see if I can do this here. Yeah, save highlights. I think a man's job is to give. I think a man's job is to give a woman what she needs, not what she wants. And see, that's where a lot of relationships break up, because deep down in a man, his innate ability, his lowest animal self, he knows he needs to give a woman what she needs. He needs to give a woman some shelter, or some land to live on, and he needs to give a woman some food to eat. He needs to be a provider. He needs to give a woman what she needs, not what she wants. Now, a lot of women, they want the big house, they want to be comfortable, and I don't blame them. Like I said before, a woman, she's a woman. She needs to stay soft. She needs to be in somewhere comfortable, you know. But obviously, a lot of women, go too far with it. So, but nevertheless, like to you ladies and to men, ladies, men's duties are not to give you what you want. We are not here to give you what you want. If a man was to just give, if every man was to give his woman what she wanted, it'd be even more chaos. It would be even more chaos, because not even women know what they want. Women don't know what they want. Women don't know how to be financially um stable and literate. Not all women, but a lot of women are not financially stable and literate. and sensible. Women are emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? Um, hang on one second, y'all. Hang on one second. Um, Princess, I'm gonna call you right back. Give me 5 minutes, okay? Love you. So, as men, focus on giving a woman what she needs. Like right now, my daughter, my baby mom, anybody, my woman, any of my family members say, "Hey, we being kicked out, we being homeless. Hey, I got what you need. I don't have what you want. You know what I'm saying? But I have some land. I could throw a tent up for you. I got a cabin. I have what you need. I can provide. I can. A man is there to meet a woman's basic needs, his offspring's basic needs. Just because a man can't buy you or your offspring some Jordans and some lashes and put y'all in a fancy house with air condition, that does not make him less than a man. And men, I want you to know that does not make you less than a man. What makes you less than a man to me is you if you cannot provide the basics, the basics. And when I see how easy it is to provide the basics, I'm like, man, you have no fucking excuse. You have no excuse. Especially right now, especially with the program I have, you have no excuse not to be a man. None. You can buy land right now, zero down, no credit, no um really no identification, really. You know what I'm saying? I show you how to buy in a trust. Um it don't matter you have child support issues or anything like that, because I show you how to buy in a trust. No money down to a few $100s down average, 30, 40, $50, $100 a month. There's no excuse in you not being a man right now. Stop thinking, well, I need to have me an apartment. No, you do not need an apartment. You do not need an apartment. You can easily lose your job, easily lose your apartment. Now your woman gotta go work. I honestly, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get off of here, I'm gonna call my daughter. I honestly don't want to be with a woman that her mentality is like, if he don't have no apartment, if he don't have no house, I don't want to be with him. The type of woman I have and the type of woman I chose to only deal with, or type of women I chose to only deal with probably since like 2017, are only women, or take seriously, are only women that understand and overstand. I'm there to make sure your needs are provided for, not your wants. I don't give a fuck what you want. You want a lot of things. I want a lot of things. But god damn it, we need somewhere to live. We need food to eat. If I can provide me, you, and our offsprings a place to live and food to eat, shut your fucking ass down, sit down and shut the fuck up. Okay? Otherwise, you're not the woman for me. And that's the attitude men need to have towards these women. Because there are a lot of good women out here that comprehend that. There are a lot of good women out here that comprehend, hey, if my man have his own land and I'll never be evicted, and my man can provide food for me, I'll never be hungry. That's the man I need to be with. I don't need to be with no dude out here selling drugs, no pretty boy out here that can't even change a fucking tire, no abusive man out here that he's abusive because he can't keep a job or get a job. I don't need to be with no dude that got no pipe dreams of being, you know, this super rich guy and he can't even start with the basics. Okay? A real man provide your needs. I stand confident, affirm on that. A real man provide your needs. Anyhow, I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna get back on later on. Um, and like I said, I'm gonna retitle this video. I gotta watch it again to see what I said I was gonna retitle this video. But anyhow, nevertheless, think about what I'm saying, guys. All right, my phone number is 754-229-0940, 754-229-0940. My consultations are $111. I would just give you the information and keep you updated with the information and put you in my mastermind forever. And you have your trust documents and everything in there for $111. If you want all of that, my one-on-one consultation is $222. If you want all of that plus don't want to do anything, just want me to do everything for you, it's $333 to $999, and I will just do everything for you. All right. And that's it. And you can make payments on any of those packages. All right. Talk to you guys later, man. Peace.